What's happening, folks? Back with another aha reaction, and we're going to listen to another live performance from their concert in Kiel, Germany. But I just wanted to put out this vinyl copy, which again was released on Record Day, and apparently the first time it's ever been on vinyl, of Analog, and once again, a big thank you to Graham for that. But yes, the next tune in the Kiel, Germany playlist is Hunting High and Low. An absolute favorite of mine, a very beautiful tune, and one heck of a debut album title track. I have had it in mind, knowing that at the end of the last song, Mags was like, oh, there's like a ship coming through or something like that, like making reference to the odd experience of being on a body of water and having boats or ships pass by during a concert. And Sophia did mention that apparently Morton had a reply, something like, and here comes another one. So yes, we'll see if that is on the beginning of this track recording from the bootleg recording of the concert. In any case, I really do love this tune. I'm always keen to hear it, so let's give a listen to a live performance of Hunting High and Low by a-ha from their concert in Kiel, Germany in 2007.
I don't know the coming in.
Here I am, and within the reach of my hands, she is sound asleep, and she's sweeter now than the wildest dreams could have seen her, and I watch her slipping away, but I know I'll be hunting high. There's no end to the lengths I'll go to, hunting high and low. There's no end to the lengths I'll go to find her again. Upon this, my dreams are dependent. Through the dark, I sense the pounding of her heart next to mine. She's the sweetest love I could find, so I guess I'll be hunting high and low.
So two things. One, I guess because they didn't play this later in the concert, they didn't extend it and it didn't become as crowd participatory as the Rock'em Ring performance, and from what I understand, some others. And indeed, I remember when I did that reaction, it's like, oh, I've come to think of the Living Daylights as this real, the audience sings it to the point where they kind of let the audience, sort of provide the vocal texture of the track. But then again, this song, they did that, and it was like even more emotional, because I think this song is just inherently more emotional than the Living Daylights. Here, early on, I thought I heard a bit of the crowd singing along, and maybe it's because of the acoustics of this bootleg recording that it didn't come across more clearly or loudly. But yes, definitely they didn't have that like long extension of the tune in the latter stages where they let the crowd's singing take over. But still, a beautiful performance. I will say it felt a bit less epic than some other versions, like the album version and the Rock'em Ring performance, but by no means like flat. It didn't come across as like, emotionless or anything. It just didn't have quite the epic scope of some other performances I've heard of it. Nevertheless, I do think it warmed up by the latter half, and indeed there's the middle kind of tension-filled section, and there's that big ramp up, and then Morton's vocal in that moment, it wasn't as forceful as I've heard him do that part, but he still hit it with vocal charisma, and I thought it segued into the back half of the tune really well. And then, as I said, as it got to the latter stages of the song, I thought it really did, heat up a bit, and it had the emotional intensity that the song deserves. So yes, again, maybe like the recording is part of it, and maybe because they didn't play it as like the ending track of the normal set or of the encore, it didn't have the extension and real back and forth of the crowd that I have now heard. But still, a lovely performance of a fantastic tune, and a timeless track, and I really did enjoy it. So when we come back next time to this concert, the following tune is so I'm guessing this was the penultimate tune in the regular part of the concert. Either way, Take On Me is listed next, and obviously, that is the tune that I imagine is often used later in the set. But there's like 4 tracks after that, it looks like, and Crying in the Rain is the one right after it. So I'm actually intrigued about the way the rest of the concert breaks down, given that Take On Me is next, and there's still like 4 or 5 after that. So either way, we will listen to that next time. Let me know what you think here, and I will see you then. Peace.